Hello, everybody, and welcome into Monday, March 25th, 2024. Well, I almost said 2029 for some reason. Let me check to see if I have audio. And I do have audio. I'll go turn on OBS so we can hear the Zoom homies. We have Greg, we have Darren, we have Rich, we have Sam, we have Jeff, and we have Sin Vicious just joined us. Hello, boys. Gentlemen,
Hello.
men, homies,
I am.
whatever we should
How's
like
it
to.
going?
It's been another Monday. Sam, I want to get with you on something right after the stream.
Sure.
Game related, of course.
Oh, okay.
I found
No
a
problem.
challenge today that I want you. I'm gonna lay the gauntlet out. Okay. I'm just gonna say. Well, of course, you probably already beat this, so we'll wait and
Probably
see.
have.
I don't see William. I thought William would be here. I did get today in the mail. I got William's package. I don't want to unblur anything because the bed's just not made yet. I've practically been in bed all day. I haven't felt really great. I haven't felt really bad. I just don't feel really right, if that makes any sense. But I am going to try to get some sleep this evening because we've been invited to play golf tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be tough. I can swing it, I think, especially if I get some sleep tonight. I can swing playing. I just don't see how Mrs. K is going to do it. But she said she can do it. So we'll see. It's supposed to be 75 degrees tomorrow here. There we go. Let's see if I can figure out how to... There we go. There's William. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
Figured you might be here. So I haven't opened it yet. I opened all the other stuff I got in the mail today. One of which was good. One of which was I don't understand. This is probably not a good idea. Scratching my neck. Blood goes everywhere. So let's open this baby up and see what we got. It almost looks like a Destiny problem to me.
Which way to open it?
Well, I don't want to just jab the knife in. I might break something. There we go. Okay, making some progress now. Well, they made you print it out and they made you print the address and put the address over the address. Our United States Post Office at work, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out go to Josh Kinder tonight. He tried the game that Alice AJ or ALJ from Live Windows Training Doug Betts suggested today. He did all right with it, I thought. He's going to give up on it. I don't think he's going to give it a fair shake. But he did all right for the hour and a half or so that he played it. Saw how that went, didn't you? Got tired of cutting. I just figured I'd rip it off. Now, is this thing taped anywhere? Or is this box? I'll have to find out. Can I shake it?
Yep.
Sounds like it's in several pieces. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You stapled the box. Oh my gosh. Rich, if I were you, I wouldn't be laughing because you see that box sitting right there in front of Bill? That's on its way to you. And as big as that box is, I can imagine how big the staples are for that box there. All right, here we go. It's a USB cord. I see that. I can't get my hand up in there to get this thing out of there. Oh, a mouse. Now, Bill said this would help me on vacation. I'm guessing you're thinking to hook it up to the laptop?
Yep.
Okay. I will actually test that tomorrow because I'm not testing it tonight. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's a wired mouse. Excuse
You
me.
hate the trackball, you say. The trackpad.
I do. I do not. I cannot stand that. thing that's in the middle that you put your. I do not like that at all. Thank you. I will give this a go tomorrow, and see how it goes. That makes no sense. You get my drift. So I'll put this over here. In fact, I need to get the laptop out anyway, dig out an old camera and do some working around with that. Now, in remnants or in honor or however you want to put it, Mrs. K can pick that up tomorrow morning when she gets home. And if you guys believe that, I've got some land in Arizona I'd like to sell you. I will have that thing picked up probably before midnight tonight. I already washed the dishes for her tonight. I guess that's the wrong way of putting it. I mean, I ate out of the dishes too. It's not like they're her dishes. I do have a complaint. I don't think Jeff or Greg or maybe even Bill can relate to this or Sin. Well, probably none of you guys. If you eat something in a bowl, let's say, and it's kind of crusty. If you don't soak the bowl, that crusty stuff just dries and becomes concrete hard. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
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 I cannot get Mrs. K to understand. Put water in it. Let it soak. I don't get it. Yes, tonight's session is a course on how to make OBS crash. I'm working on that, actually. I do know Greg was first tonight. I also know one of the Tims was second. I don't know which one because when I went to move chat over to OBS, everything disappeared. I also know in between Greg being first and Tim being second, Tony Wallow made a $1.99 contribution to the channel. Thus, that would make him second and Tim third. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. I have no idea where it went. When I popped out chat, it disappeared. And now I've got Greg Guy says first again. I win. Sam was second. Rick was third. And then I get the 10-minute countdown from Greg. Rick says hello. Hello, Rick. Jeff says hello. Tony says the audio is normal. I'm not even watching the, whatever you call it, audio mixer. So the trailer didn't turn out like I wanted it to. I actually had it running a little different than it turned out. But I tried to tweak it ever so slightly. When I tried to tweak it ever so slightly, it all went to hell. Let's just call it like it is. It went south. So
Should have messed with that.
Well, there was one teeny little tiny part that was bugging me. And I thought, well, that should be a relatively easy fix. Let me try. And the next thing I know, I'm redoing 3/4 of it over again. So, but it was challenging and it was fun, but then it got frustrating and then time became a factor. So to get it up and running and part of the trailer, I had to go with what I have. I am going to see. Yeah, let's do that. Mrs. K liked the Doug Bockel. She caught that instantly. She thought that was so funny. The first thing that gets tracked out didn't track entirely right. Well, neither one of them tracked the way they were supposed to. I tried tracking a person. I tried tracking an object. Had issues with both. So I finally ended up going with, I believe, an object only out of frustration. Mike Wojcik's in the chat room. Hello, Mike. Good to see Mac. Good to see Mac. English. Good to see Mike joining us in the chat room. I've got Zoom hidden now, so I've only got the monitoring screen in front of me, so I have no idea how things look. Mrs. K told me make some iced tea for the show, so I made some iced tea for the show. Not as good as hers, but it ain't half bad either. So I'm going to take it. I think Friday we're going to play golf again. It's supposed to be sunny and in the mid-70s. And she is not working any extra days this week. But she's already planning on making up extra days next week. So, fun for me. Found out today my brother started a new job a week ago. They opened a new facility up down in his neck of the woods. Rather pricey. I'll go over that a little bit after the stream ends. I just couldn't believe some of the things I was reading. I think the thing that
Same
scared...
company?
No, it's a different company.
Hmm.
It's a lot like the first place Mrs. K worked at. It's rather ritzy, but there's a couple things in it that I see that I don't like. For example, they have nursing staffing available, but it costs you extra if you want to be under their care. So in addition to your $4,000 to $5,000 you're paying a month for rent, basically that's what it is, you're paying a premium to get medical care. I would think at $4K to $5K a month, medical care really ought to be included. And it's the same thing with meals. Meals are not included. It's the same thing with laundry. Laundry's not included. It didn't really look all that impressive to me. The pictures I seen of it, I wasn't that impressed. I'm thinking, for that kind of money, you would think it would be a whole lot more glammier or glitzier or however you want to word it than it is. It's not. It just didn't impress me. I'll show you guys pictures if I can find it once the stream ends. I'm surprised Alex isn't here. I was, right after I uploaded the video and made it part of the trailer and did the show, uploaded the show, or scheduled the show rather, I started watching a video just to have some background noise, and I laid down. At about 45 minutes into laying down, I hear a phone ringing. Well, it can't be my phone because my phone is on mute. So I'm thinking Alex Cheek is calling me through the messenger and it's coming through the computer. Fine, I'll deal with it later. I just didn't feel too good. So get up at 5:30, check for messages. I don't have any missed calls on the messenger. I don't have any missed calls anywhere. I don't have any missed calls on the phone. I don't have any missed calls on the iPhone messenger. I don't have any. So I sent him a message. I said, "Hey, did you call me today?" "No, this is the first time I heard from you all day." I'm like, "Well, that wasn't my question, but okay, thanks." He hadn't heard anything from his job from last week, and he did apply for a new job at a bank in Little Rock. And that's all I know about it. So I don't know if he's going to join us later and update us or what. I think, I don't know for sure, but I think the video I was watching, possibly there was a phone ringing in it, because I did have the volume on that, where I could hear it. I just didn't think I had it that loud. Bugging me. It's just driving me up the wall. So, I think from now on when I lay down, I'm just going to give the phone to Mrs. K, and if anyone calls, let her deal with it for me. And she knows if it's an emergency to wake me up. She already knows that. So I don't have to worry about that. Jake played golf this morning, actually. He was golfing at 9 o'clock this morning. Couldn't believe it. I got a notification that he was on the course at 9 o'clock. Didn't even cross my mind to play golf today. We had 50, 60 mile an hour winds here all day, and it looks like we've got another set of storms running through later tonight. I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all. I don't know if you guys know who he is or not. Robert Michael gave me a link for him, and I was watching him. And it looks like the storms are going to track through here. And there's Mrs. K sending me a text message. I'm just going to have to be rude and answer it because I can't get to Zoom to block myself out. And she'll probably answer again. In fact, the 3 dots are going, so she is answering again. Okay. Where were we? Where was I? It's terrible to have that short of memory. I mean, after all, I'm only 46 years of age. I don't know why my memory would be this bad. Got my Medicaid card today. I guess that's a rite of passage of sorts. I got to call my insurance company in the morning, or my mortgage company in the morning. Apparently they want me to have hazard insurance on our house, and I'm not sure why, because we don't live in a hazardous zone that I'm aware of. This is something that's new to me, and it's about 5 pages long. And of course, our mail doesn't get here till almost 6 o'clock at night. They close at 5 o'clock at night, so I couldn't call them this evening, but I will get a hold of them tomorrow and find out what's going on. Other than that, it's a pretty boring Monday for me. Thought about doing a Da Vinci live this afternoon, and then I thought, no, not quite there yet, ready to do that again. So, anyway, what have you guys been up to today? Greg cut the grass, cleaned the carpet, went to Walmart.
No.
No? Oh my gosh, has the world stopped spinning?
I did some inside house cleaning.
And that involved no carpet cleaning?
Now I'm all done with that.
You kind of hit her nerve being short memory term. I can't remember what I'm going to make for dinner. Mrs. K made some chicken tenders for dinner. I had 2 of them, and it upset my stomach, so I haven't had any more. If my stomach hasn't settled down by Thursday or Friday this week, I will go see the doctor and try to figure out what's going on. Blood sugars are fine. For all the carbs I've been eating, my blood sugar should be a little bit higher than it is, but it's not, and that's a good thing. So maybe it's some of my other medications. I don't know. Chris Garrett and Max join us out of Georgia. Chris, are you having some bad weather, or do you have the threat of bad weather? And you ask Chris about the weather, and just like that, he's gone. It was in Mississippi and Louisiana. I don't know if it was going to get all the way to his area or not.
That was that new fiber internet he's got.
Yep.
Well, I just was wondering if Greg's Walmart has gone completely upscale yet, like they were supposed to.
They're moving a lot of stuff around and replacing a lot of old refrigerator cases.
Really? It'll look like Target when it's all said and done. I'm not kidding you. The one down south is just about done, and it's mimicking Target again. I can't highlight anything.
Yeah,
is that Chris coming in? Chris Garrett, come in, Chris Garrett. Can you hear us, Chris Garrett?
Right here. Right here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are the storms?
They're not here yet.
So they're headed your way?
They're supposed to be.
Looked like there was some pretty strong storms headed your way, so be careful.
Well, I'm not actually in Alabama like you say I am. They're in Mississippi, actually.
And they're headed east, are they not?
East, yep.
Just straight
Looks
east,
like
or are
there's
they
a
going to go
line.
north?
Looks like there's a line going through close to Robert's neck of the woods. North of Memphis.
Oh, I just realized something.
It just moved east, probably about where Robert is.
I just realized when I have the little intro thing running, it hides the chat.
Looks like you're going to get hit too, Ken.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up Ryan Hall y'all again to look, because the last I saw it looks like we're going to get hit like middle of the night, early 3, 4, 5 in the morning, which is fine as long as it doesn't drop a lot of rain. And if it does, we just won't play golf at 10. We'll wait and play tomorrow afternoon, which is fine with me. But he's got computer issues of all things, and his son's going to fix it. Apparently it won't turn on. They got to create a flash drive and boot it from the flash drive. And I was like, have fun. Josh Kinder was cracking me up earlier today when he was complaining about his Aunt Mary wanted him to do something, and she didn't give him an allotted amount of time to do it in, and he feels 5 seconds was just not enough. And then he changed that. I think he said 30 seconds, if I remember right, and then he changed it to 30 minutes, and it didn't matter. He didn't get it done. So it was kind of funny. Kind of got him to realize a couple of things today. Go ahead,
Ken, your
Chris.
hair's down. I said your hair's down.
Yeah, I didn't tie it up. Um, I just got little stupid things going on right now. The right side of my head is a little tender. And I kind
Frying
of
pan?
no. I know we joke about that, but thankfully
What did he
she's
say?
No.
frying
What did you
pan.
ask?
He asked if it was a frying pan, so I'm going to try something here. I don't know why that keeps going away. But yeah, it's just real tender, so I thought maybe if I didn't tie my hair up, maybe that would alleviate some of the pressure. And it seems to actually be taking some of the pressure off of it. That's just one of several little things that's going on. I mean, I got to face it, I'm getting old.
Yep.
I hate to say that, but I'm getting old.
Okay. I'm going to take my leave for a few minutes. I've got to take my grandson's bicycle down to his dad's place.
All right.
His dad's SUV, the back end of it, won't unlock.
Oh boy.
Well, it's actually not his. It's his dad's SUV that he's borrowed, and it won't unlock, so he can't get the bicycle in. So I'm going to do that, but I shall return.
We'll still be here, or most of us will still be here.
So you sound better.
Overall, I'm feeling much better. My jaws, my gums are still sore.
Yeah. Well,
Stomach still.
last tooth I had pulled, I was tender for 4 or 5 days.
That's what Mrs. K said. She said expected to be tender for about 5 days, and I'm like,
And the hole really didn't seal up for about a week and a half to 2 weeks.
I think, yeah, I think that's good. I got pain all the way up my jawbone right in here. I mean, if I
Now, was that upper or lower tooth?
upper.
Well, that's easier unless you're cramming a bunch of stuff up there. It's easier to keep stuff out of it.
I haven't put any gauze in it in 2 days now, so I'm good there.
All right, I shall return. I'm just going to leave my rectangle running.
You're fine. Long Dog says Josh has fishing on his mind. You know how yeah. No, Josh had new game on his mind, and Josh is running around and goes, "Oh, look, boat!" And he right to the boat he goes, and he tries to figure out how to drive the boat. There's a tutorial up in the left-hand corner telling him exactly what he's got to do. You would think maybe he would follow the tutorial, especially after Rick told him several times. I told him a few times. Rick told him a couple more times, and we finally just let him do what he wants to do. He's having fun, so.
I thought you meant driving a real boat.
No. He in his mind it's a real boat. In his exact words were, "I now have a car. I now have a boat. What have you got?"
Him and Aunt Mary, he driving a boat and Aunt Mary's the passenger.
Oh gosh. No, Natasha on a ski rope being towed behind it and flopping through the water. Oh, that would be funny. And right now he can only go X amount of feet away from the dock because he hasn't completed the tutorial. So every time he gets too far away, it says turn back. You've exceeded the limits of the tutorial. And then we convinced him to go try the tutorial, which is cast the fishing rod. You just got to cast it. Nope.
What, he playing a fishing game?
He's playing the game that Alice brought up this morning on Doug's stream. I can't remember the wild or the wilderness or something like that. Let me go. I don't know if I can find it or not. It looked all right coming from his little nook. Oh, now he's playing Scrabble. Josh Kinder, the spelling champion master of the world, is playing Scrabble. And I'm not making this up when I say would, W-O-O-D, like to show off one of my game from when I was a kid. Would, W-O-O-D. That's our Ghetto. The game he played earlier. Now I know he's not spelling half those words that are in there. He actually played for an hour and 52 minutes, it says.
If you would actually pronounce it right, it will probably spell it right.
I don't know. Josh
No,
and
a
I
lot
had
of
a
people don't.
conversation. Go ahead.
You gotta put that L in there with it. Wood. I probably can't even pronounce it right. So
Yeah, well, would you or would you like some wood for your
gotta
fire?
gotta pick up
Fruition. How
that.
many of us know what the word fruition means?
I
England.
don't know.
Engild. I didn't know it was such a word. A jive. I think these are Josh Kinder words. Interesting. Anyway, we got about 5 minutes to go. I will be sticking around a little bit on the after stream Zoom for a little while, but I do want to try to get some rest. Obviously, try to feel better more than anything. We play. If we don't, we don't. That's just how I look at it. We got things we have to do tomorrow afternoon, late in the afternoon, but other than that, we ain't got nothing going on. I'd like to find Ryan Hall y'all again, just to see how the storms are looking that I saw at that one point in time. He's still going, so he's in Mississippi right now. They have not, that I'm aware of, produced any tornadoes yet. And I'm going to watch out for a little bit. Oh, yes, that's the name. There you go. Wintermute found it. Call of the Wild Free on Epic. That is what it was called. Thank you, Wintermute. I couldn't remember the name of it either. And when he played it, he just said a new game. No title of the game, just a new game.
That might attract people. I don't know.
He just needs, there's nothing wrong with playing different games. But I think if he plays a different game every day of the week at a different time of the day every day and then play, I think he's going to burn out. I think he's going to get, so frustrated with trying to grow his channel that he's going to burn himself out. I think if SpongeBob was a big draw and it appeared to get him about 20 subscribers, he needs to stick with SpongeBob for a while. Build it up a little bit and then say, okay, I want to try this game.
Maybe he needs to change his channel to Josh Kinder Gaming.
I don't give him any ideas, Chris. Don't give him any ideas.
Instead of Fortnite, because he's playing other games now.
Right, he's not playing Fortnite, so yeah, it's a good thought. It really is. I did like the one thing that Ryan Hall said earlier. He was like, I need people to understand that if you come into the channel and you ask me how's the weather in West Virginia and we're showing a tornado in Kansas, I'm not going to talk about the weather in West Virginia because we're showing the tornado in Kansas.
Everybody does that, even on the local channel. How's this town? How's that town?
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty valid and good point. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, 10:28. Boy, look, Alex joins. Wrong timing. You need to go away for 2 minutes and then come back. You're 28 minutes late anyway, so. Look, I stunned him. He can't even speak.
Yes, I can speak.
Anyone catch what's going on with P. Diddy? You mean Sean Combs? Yeah, he got his houses raided both in Miami and L.A. today. Something's been going on for about 2 or 3 years now, from what I understand. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank, again, Tony Wallow for the $1.99 contribution. I don't know where it went. I have no idea where it went. I want to thank Great Guy, first twice today. Sam was second. Rick was third. Jeff was fourth. Tony was fifth. Mike Wojak, thank you for being here. Long Dog, thank you. And I think that'll about do it. I want to thank the Zoom homies, Darren. Oh, by the way, Darren, I do have all the CSI Season 2. Thank you. I'm all caught up. You can no longer, you can delete them or no longer post them. I've got them. We're good. I want to thank Rich. Thank Greg again for being on Zoom Homies. I think he was first or second here as well. Jeff's not here, but I'm going to thank him. Sin, thank you. Bill, thank you. Thank you for the mouse. I will check that out tomorrow. Let you know how that works. Tony says good night. Rick says see you in a little bit. And Mike says bye. Chris, Alex, Sam, thank you guys. I'm going to go find the button to stop the stream and stop the stream. One of these buttons.